back to all my dear friends. I am Ravinshu Sharma, Assistant Professor in Department of Journalism and Mass Communication of BBD University. So I am back again with a new video today of logo designing and corporate stationery designing by using the software Corel Draw X6 version, that is 16th version. So yeah, I have already discussed in my last to last lecture about the logo, what is logo, how we are using in industry, what is corporate stationery, and the logo as a brand identity. So we will be starting this tools of the Corel Draw and how we are using these tools to design a particular logo and the corporate stationery designing. So we will be starting with the logo. Let's start with the Corel Draw software. So this is the Corel Draw software. I have already given you the brief introduction about this software in my last to last lecture, and I hope you must have learned new things in that video last. So we will start with this software. So these were the tools that I have discussed, like pick tool and the shape tool, crop tool, this zoom tool, and again the smart fill tool, rectangle tool, ellipse tool, shape basic shapes call out tool, text tool, table tool, 2-point line parallel dimension tool, straight line, transparency tool, blend tool, this color eyedropper, outline pen tool, fill color tool, and this interactive fill tool. And I have also discussed about the color palettes, as you can see in the extreme right on corner of the screen. I have discussed about the shapes, about the size of the paper. I've discussed about the how to add the pages, how you can rename the page, how you can add the pages after the pages, and these other things, and how you can add the shape border, change the color of the border, change the color of the text, change the color of the text's border, shape of the text border. You can change the thickness, that is hairline, and the various other things. So let's start with the logo. Before starting this logo, make one thing very clear. If you are making your logo in a very short and crisp manner, like very simple logo, then it is very good for the company, because the main motto of your company is to give the message through the logo. And if we are not giving the message through the logo, then it does not mean that you're not going to do success in the market. It is a plus point, but it is not necessary that logo is everything. But yes, it is a brand identity. You will see there are various famous brands in the country, in the world, who are doing very good in the market right now, and they have very simple logo. Like if you talk about the Pepsi, simple ball. If you talk about the MACD, M. If you talk about the Volkswagen, just simple W. If you talk about the Audi, each and every brand is having a very simple logo, and they are really doing very good. And there are few logos who convey the meaning of their brands or their services which they are offering, about the products which they are offering. The logo tells about the company. So these are the two things that you can see. So I've already discussed about things about the logo, like your logo should be visible in the broad area. You must know about how it is looking. Your logo is looking like good in the black and white color, or in the color, and how your logo is looking if you are using that logo in a small area, like in the visiting card. So you need to keep see about the each everything. Like, so I'm going to show you few logo. I'll draw few logos, very simple logo. I'll try to even copy the logos which are already famous in the market. So I'll try to copy all those logos. So let's start with the logo of Facebook. Okay, the first Facebook logo, it's a very simple logo, just a square, background color blue, and a small letter F. So I'll start with the rectangle tool. Okay, so I'll draw this small square. I'll fill this blue color inside. Okay, right now you can see the shape, this square is having a border that is black color. If you will zoom in this shape, you will find there's a black color border. So I'll double click on the pen, click on the color, this width, and then none. So now you can see the border is gone, no border. Okay, so we have just this small shape. This color is blue. Now we will add letter F. So we will click on the text tool, or shortcut is F8, and simply click over here, click the button F. So now the size is small, so we can have two options to increase the size. Either we can select the letter F and we can change the size from like 72 or like from 100, or we can do it in by the alternate method by clicking on this letter F and dragging the coordinates like this. And yes, we know the Facebook shape is, the color of F is not black, it's white. So click on the white color, and again we will try to change this. See, you can change the little. From bottom till it has some shape distance. We will zoom in this thing. We will stretch this. Yeah. Although it is not 100% exactly like Facebook, but yeah, I tried to copy. Shape. Borders are curved. So little bit. See, in the top you can see there are few shapes of the square edges, like rectangle edges. I'll click on this and increase the number. So you can see the edges, the corners of the square automatically got curved. Like see the curvedness. If I want more, I increase this number. Okay, it's fine. So approximately it is not exactly like Facebook, but yeah, almost like Facebook. You can see. So what is the difference between the Facebook logo and what I have designed is, yeah, it's almost F is at the bottom and this is little curved. So I'll use this shape tool, click on the F. I'll press Control Q so that points this comes automatically. After pressing Control Q, that converts to curve. Click this F shape to the side and increase the size. It is something like it is stretched from the back side, space is more. So this, after doing this, select all the elements and press click on the right click over here and group all these elements by clicking on this. Or you can directly press Ctrl G. See, Ctrl G is used to group the elements. Right now I have used just only two elements, that is the background square and the letter F. But if you're using more elements, you can use the Ctrl G. See, if I have grouped these two elements, so if you will move this anywhere, so it will, both the elements move automatically. So if you ungroup this and like you will move, then this will move another way and F will not move simultaneously with this. Okay, so let's select both the elements and group this. It's Control G. Okay, all right. So I'm keeping this here. So now let's try some new logo. We can create like logo of so our next logo is this FedEx. FedEx is a very famous company. It's used for the parcels and the courier and the other things. So just we will click on the letter text tool, type Fed, FEDEX. We will select this font. We will change to the similar font, that is Arial black. We will increase the size FedEx, and here you can see the space. The original FedEx logo, the space between FEDEX is very less. Almost you can see all are back to back each other without any space. The tracking and the kerning, these are the two space. The tracking space is this, when we increase the space between two letters, that is tracking, and we decrease the space between two letters, this is called kerning. Okay, so from this K is kerning. So this is what we use for the decrease in the space. So we will decrease the space. So we are going to do a kerning process. We will select all the letters like this, and in the top you can see this alpha letter A. We'll click here. Once we will click over here, you can see on the right extreme right side, text properties will get open by default. So we will decrease its size from here. This okay. This is fine. Okay. Initial the three letters that we have used is FED. The color of FED is something like this, and the other FED and EX is of orange color. All right. Oh, sorry. E and X is of okay. X. Okay. So this is the logo of FedEx. Again, we will select this. Although it is not required to group because it is already grouped as we have already used here in a single layer text. Although this is not 100% what I have copied, a few mistakes are there in this logo. If we will go deeper into this, we will be able to cover up. You can see inside the arrow. This is the main motto of the company to show this logo. It is used for parcel. Things are moving on this logo. So coming to the next one, we can take the design of we can take the designs of from the webdings. It's a font. You have to just press the control and F11. Let's see. Sorry, control F12. Yeah, you have to press the control F12 and you will see things like characters property. Click on the font, select webdings, and there are a few shapes that you can insert by default, and you can change those shape and you can create some logo with that. You have to click on that shape and you have to click insert. It's a spider. Let's take some other one. if you are creating some signages for no smoking, click this, click and insert. You can insert the colors also from the fill toolbox. If you want to change the border color of the shape, again select this shape, double click on the color box, and again color you can choose yellow, or you can choose black color, or you can choose the other thing, purple blue. Purple blue is very similar to the inside color. Try to use some contrast color. You can use like light color yellow. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. Now, if you want to change the shape, you can use the shape tool and change this shape. Yeah, you can make modifications. Although this will change the meaning of the design, but slight changes you can do. Similarly, if you are creating any things for the theaters like face mask, you can use this design. Again, fill the color. Yes. Or if you want to create some like cartoons design, so you can use a square. Okay. Then with the same shape ellipse, you can create the eyes of the cartoon. Clicking and dragging, moving, aligning. This is also part of logo designing. Just have to insert the black color. This is the one eye of the cartoon. Selecting both the shapes and grouping this, and from by pressing Ctrl G, and you can make the duplicate copy by pressing Ctrl D. So it's like the face of the cartoon. And now again these both the eyes are not on the same plane, so you can use the ruler guide. Ruler guide is basically used for the, this is going out of this page, so I'll make something like inside the page. I'll use this top vertical line ruler guide to drag, make it all the both the eyes in the same axis. See, so this is something minute word. You need mouse. Please do not use your laptop trackpad. Try to use mouse while designing. Get smooth work. Again, yeah. Now this line is touching the curve. Again, here this line is touching the curve. Yeah. So now I think it's fine. Okay. So for the face, yeah, I can remove this line if I don't want. If I won't remove this line, then also it won't get printed. For the curve, I can use 2-point lining, and then I'll press Ctrl Q to convert this to curve. Then I'll pick the shape tool. I'll right click, close curve. to curve. Increase the thickness. Increase the thickness. Smiling face. Yeah, it's laughing. Okay. So eyes are a little larger. Let's make it small by selecting both the eyes, decreasing the size. Change the border color. So this was just a sample what I tried to show you. You can add more things like nose, hairs, ears, etc. etc. So I'll select all these elements. I'll click right click. I'll group these elements so that I can move this anywhere. Otherwise, if I won't group this and I'll move, so eyes will go in some other direction, mouth will go some other direction, and the face will go in some other direction. So coming to the next thing, this is the logo. If you're creating some film logo or some designs for the film, you can use this things also. Yeah. Generally it is of black color, so let me change this to color. It's clapperboard, black color. I can write the text over there. The text color is black, so it is getting merged. Let me change the color to white. So let's see. Lights, camera, action. By pressing bold italic, change the font and the other thing, family, like you can enter the text over here, select, click or press Ctrl G to group. Okay, if you have some music designing work, you can add this headphone. If you want to change the design of the headphone, you can change by changing the notes. I want to fill the color, just click fill color. So this webdings is very important if you want to create these things. Like now let's come to corporate stationery design. So I'm deleting all these things. Okay, or keep it in the right side. Okay, coming to the corporate stationery designing. While designing the corporate stationery materials, we can use, firstly, let's me make this as a portrait. Yeah. So when we talk about the corporate stationery material, for the first thing to our mind. So here we are going to do the designing of corporate stationery. The first thing, that is, let's take a visiting card. Okay. Visiting card, the size of the visiting card is basically 3 by 2 inches. Let's say its size is 3. So this we can change. We can take the exact size by creating any rectangle, and by clicking on that rectangle, you can keep it 3. That's the width, and the height is 2. And yes, this 3 by 2, and we have already set the dimension unit inches. So I know this. We know the size of the visiting card is 3 by 2. We've drawn this shape 3 by 2. So now this is the visiting card 3 by 2 size. So now we will add the elements of the visiting card, like the name. You can enter your name if you're creating visiting card for yourself. You can keep it italic or the other text, whatever you feel like. Good. Oh, this is good. Whatever you like. Should be sober. It's fine. Keep it here. And the bottom, you need to enter the contact details or the address. You can add the address. Select this and decrease the size. You can change the size directly from here also. You can use this some colors inside, like light colors. You use for calling, you can add some elements, call. So like it's a mobile number, so you can add the sign of this mobile phone from these characters. You can add color. Black color. You can also make it inside the circle. Group this thing, keep it here. or you can remove this word call because this already tells that you are giving the number for calling. If you want to give email ID, then you can add the sign of the computer. Or you can give the email ID like abc.xy@gmail.com. Keep it sizes. So you have to click and drag and keep the elements over here and there. You can plan any kind of layout. Keep your call to action things at the bottom. You can keep at the back side also. Feed see the other thing. Webting fonts 2, 3. We have computer, or we can use envelope sign also, because basically email is a kind of letter message that you are sending. We'll see, send this also, you can use this also. Or if you will get some envelope, use that also. Text 3, let's see if there is an envelope over here. Yeah, its envelope is here. So we'll keep this envelope for this. We'll remove this thing. It reminds me of Gmail logo. Yeah. If you want to add your photograph, you can add your photograph also. You can add the company's logo. Let's say we have using some sign. Let's say it is a company logo. Keep it some dark. Let's say it's a company logo, for example. So you can use this company logo in the center or some the other part, whatever you feel like. So it's just a sample that I have tried to show you about the visiting card. Similarly, you can draw, you can just group this, keep it in the side. You can make a letterhead also. Similarly, this letterhead. I have one letterhead with me. So you can record, you can make a letterhead. Fill some color. At the top, you can make some design and insert company's logo. Let's take some hypothetical logo like this. Fill some color. Okay, fine. This is the company's logo. Let's keep the name of the company ABC Private Limited. This is the name of the company. change some font. That's fine. I'm just drawing this a very basic one. You can have any or kind of design that you want. Change some size, borders, curve. Pressing the stop. Insert some light color. So now this is new thing, like this is overlapped. So you have to click over this image and come to the board order. I have to send to the back of page. So now it will be something like this. All right. So this Control G, we have grouped this thing. Here you can mention the contact details. If you have already one design, you can like copy from the design. Put white color, increase some font. You can use the other thing like call to action. Mobile sign, keep this color white. You can mention about the website if you have like www.xyz.com. Always try to use color contrast in the contrast color. If you're using background dark, then use light color font. If you're using light color background, then use color font dark. Website, call like this. Or for query, call this. Email abc@gmail.com. We will keep the bottom space free so that anyone can write any of the content as required by the company or as required by the other person. The doctors generally use for prescription and the businesses use. I have this one sample with me. Let me show you. It's not opening right now. You can see the various other things also on the Google. There are various kinds of designs available there. So this is the pamphlet, this is the letterhead and the visiting card that I have shown you. So I hope you must have got this idea about basic idea, although it is not a very advanced idea. So it is just a basic one, how you are designing the logo by using the basic simple tools, how you are designing the visiting card, how you are designing the pamphlet or the letterhead and the letterhead. In my next video, I'll try to show other designs also, but you have to practice these all things once. So I hope you have liked this content, and I hope you will watch this video again, and please like, share and subscribe my video and channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.